Hi, it's Nicole, and it's the last day of the month, which means month in review. Lisa over at Life and Layouts, and I have been working all year long using the Simple Stories for the Record collection to document our monthly memories. And both of us chose 2024 as the year to focus on for our photos. And as always, her video will be linked in the description box below. So go ahead and check that out when you get done watching my take on November of 2024. Now, I think I've mentioned this a couple previous videos in this series. I started out with a plan. That plan fell off the tracks pretty quickly, and I have just kind of been in this like get it done mentality. Every month when I pull this out, I'm doing a pretty basic photo collage of 2 by 1.75 inch photos, and I just kind of drag and drop them into a homemade collage. I leave a couple spaces open if I can to kind of put some pattern paper in there. That gives me another place to include some embellishing and just kind of break up all of those busy photos. And I've kind of been going where if one month is a horizontal orientation, the next month I'll try to purposely do like a vertical orientation. I think with this one, I did my collage and printed it out probably a week before I actually sat down to craft. And I could have switched it to a horizontal, but my brain was just like, no, it has to be vertical because October was horizontal. None of this matters. None of this matters. But that's where I was mentally when I sat down to work on this. I should have probably swapped this one out for horizontal just because I kind of struggled with the dumbest thing. That little like pre-made stacked embellishment that has like the craft colored calendar on it. The tab was on the wrong side, and it was just one of those like, do you guys ever get like that random just speed bump in the process where it's something that's just so unimportant, and just one thing kind of facing the wrong way is enough for you to be like, okay, this is no longer an enjoyable process. But due dates and things. So I'm just going to carry on. I am still pulling from scraps from previous months, previous projects with this collection, and just kind of, finding some sizes that work. Basically, I kind of like to have one pattern behind my collage and then another pattern kind of behind those three like paper elements that I use every month, which is the 6x4 journaling card that I cut into 2 pieces. And that little calendar piece that, like I said, just for whatever reason was a speed bump in the process for this layout today. And I think part of it is typically November every year is where my brain kind of starts thinking ahead to next year's like goals and projects and things that I want to do. But I haven't finished the things that I've committed to in the current year. So I'm very much just like, I don't want to do my homework. I'm not here. And then I've pulled this out so many times that it's giving Creating with Collections vibes where I'm just I'm not in love with it right now. It's still a really good collection. There's still a ton of stuff. Like every time I pull it out, I will find pieces and bits that go to For the Record. And I think to myself, oh, this would be cute for, something not month in review. But I'm working on month in review. So I am sort of just digging and digging and digging through the embellishments that I have not used, that I've passed on 10 other times prior to this. So it's starting to just kind of feel a little bit like a slog. But again, I think that that's just kind of where I'm at personally with this. I'm pretty sure Lisa is still sort of loving this collection. And I'm really proud of her for even trying month in review. This is her first kind of go around with it. And I mention this every time I do month in review. For me, month in review is those leftover photos that I don't want to dedicate a separate layout to. I don't really have like a story to tell. A lot of times it's pretty repetitive stuff that's just kind of going on in and around our home life. So I would rather have it kind of be more of an at a glance situation about what was going on in our life, and have these photos sort of checked off of the list to scrapbook, and they're only taking up one page. I think I've done singles all year. When I did month in review for my 2020 album, I kind of left it up to how many photos I had dictated if I was going to do a single or a double. But with that being 2020, I had way more photos just because that year, everybody's home. There's a lot of stuff going on. This year, I think I just was in this very much get it done mode. So it was like, yeah, we're going to get it down on one collage. Whatever space is left over is what I have to work with for embellishing. And at the end of the day, done is better than struggling. I did mess up the journaling card. I moved my printer. I'm in the middle of kind of reorganizing some stuff in my room, and I had to move my printer, and I'm going to have to move it again. I can't see the tray. I'm too short. So I didn't tape down that card very well. It didn't print right. So instead of digging up the other piece of paper, doing it all over again, I was like, you know what? It's fine. We're just going to use this as an example to show that you can just print this on regular white cardstock. Use that same border punch. It's going to be fine. It's going to have embellishment on top. If it doesn't have the lines, it's fine. If somebody wants to point out the fact that this one layout doesn't match the other 11, you can keep that to yourself. That's an inside thought. We're going with, it's fine. It's done. So at this point, I have filled in those little squares. Again, I just pull scraps. I'm using the November title sticker from the sticker sheet. That's another one of the elements that I'm using on every page. There's probably 5 or 6 different things within the collection that sort of include the word for the month. So you really could go ham and include all 5 of them on a month in review layout. I just stuck to that main card, the little calendar piece, and then the title sticker. To me, that felt just enough. Oh, plus the number die cut. So from here on out, I'm just kind of tucking different things that I find. A lot of these pieces, I did go ahead and I put foam adhesive behind it. I just chose to kind of cut that out of the video. I would say probably half of my footage is me sorting through embellishments and putting foam adhesive on the back of them. And I decided that you guys didn't need to watch that. I wanted to keep it short and sweet today, especially because, there's 2 videos to watch, mine and Lisa's. So I didn't want to have you guys sitting here for 20 minutes watching me just kind of flip back and forth between embellishments. To me, embellishments is sort of like seasoning on your food. It's very personal preference. Pick the things that you like, pick the things that you think that work well, and, pull those things that you gravitate towards because they make sense to your brain and your style and your project. I am very much just a kind of showing you how I got from point A to point B, but I'm not going to tell you that you need to take the same path as me. You do you. These little push pins, I absolutely love. I'm pretty proud of myself that I'm still going to have some left over for December. I think back in like January, February, I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough, but I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and include some of these adhesive brads. And randomly today, I remembered that I actually have the enamel dots. I think I had used 2 or 3. I'm not sure. They ended up at the bottom of my project bin. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and add some of these on here now that I remember that they exist as well. So here is my completed page for November. A couple detail shots. You can see the hand stitching and the different layers and stuff going on. And with that, I'm going to leave you guys here with a reminder to go check out Lisa's video. And if you have yet to subscribe, I would love for you to join me. I'm getting really close to 5K. And I need to start thinking of some sort of celebration. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys here and I'll catch you later. Bye.